Everyone bring your science books. I think we have done some questions in science book.
Ma'am, textbook.
Yeah, textbook.
Ma'am, electricity chapter is done.
No, electricity, some topics are still left. From your textbook, it is done, but I'm taking a little more in electricity. So, 1 or 2 more classes we'll need for electricity. Okay, everyone, just bring your science book and see till which page we have done the questions. Just check, everyone. I gave you homework, I think, long back, page number 83. Till 83 we have done. Just check. Okay, everyone has not joined yet. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Okay. Just check, everyone. Safia, have you brought the science book? Which page we have done till which page? Just check page number 83. I think I gave you in homework.
Till 83 we have done it.
Yeah. The labeling part was there on left hand side, page number 82. I think Munib asked me that question. Labeling, I think you can do one thing. Fuse is there, and I told you about fuse. Fuse is a safety device which protects the appliance from overheating or higher current. Okay, so fuse is there. The last part is fuse, which is there on the top hand side right. This cylindrical part is fuse. This cylindrical part, can you see? Can you see?
Ma'am, I don't have the book, ma'am.
I mean, lower of the picture.
The cylinder you see?
Battery.
Cylinder is
Where the battery? So the battery kind
the
thing.
plug. The plug one.
Okay, yes.
Okay. The cylinder is there now. That is fuse. Rest, I think you can write down. Casing is there. White color part is casing. Cable is there at the bottom. At the bottom, the cylindrical part is cable. Okay. Okay, done. So till page number 83 we have done. Open page number 84. Everyone has joined. Now page number 84.
I need to get my book.
Yeah, bring your book, Amina. So okay, page number 84. Question is, see on the left hand side. Write down the answer to these questions. What will happen if you increase the number of batteries? You remember last class I was explaining you what will happen if you increase the number of batteries. Anyone remembers? Or you can think also.
Ma'am, the more power will go to the bulb.
Correct. More voltage you will say. Okay. So what will happen if you increase the number of batteries? So if
More
more
voltage will go to the bulb.
so the brightness will increase. What you will write? Because we are doing this practically. Yeah. Yes, Abdullah.
Every bulb has a, I mean,
Yeah. Abdullah, you first asked what you were telling.
this one has a maximum, every bulb has a maximum level of brightness, right?
Yes.
So no matter how many ever batteries you use, the brightness will be the same.
No.
The maximum
If
brightness.
lesser voltage is there,
No.
then the
I
brightness
mean,
is less. If maximum is there, then the brightness will be here. But still, if too much of high potential if you apply to the bulb, the bulb might fuse, because a very high current which is not safe for the bulb will get fused. Okay, so you have,
Can the bulb like burst if you put more and more
Yes.
voltage?
so there is a safety power for every appliance. The same way for bulb also there is a limit, upper limit, that this much maximum the bulb will glow till this much voltage. Okay, after that it can damage the bulb, because high current means high current leads to heat, and heat can damage any appliance. Okay, short circuiting, you know how fire take place because of very high current. Very high current leads to large amount of heat and it leads to fire. Okay, so what will happen if you increase the number of batteries? So brightness will increase. What will happen if you increase the length of the wires? If we increase the length of the wire,
The voltage will run a little bit slower.
Yes.
yes, because voltage runs slower, you cannot write that, because resistance increases. The length increases,
Ma'am,
resistance
page number
increases.
80.
We are doing 84 left hand side.
Ma'am?
A, B questions are there. Those questions. Yeah. Yes, Amina, are you asking something? Yes, Amina. I think some problem is there. Did you ask something, Amina?
Now asking, we are doing page number 84.
84, yes. A we did just now, and now we are doing B part. What will happen if you increase the length of the wires? So
The
if
resistance will increase.
the resistance of
Resistance will
wire will
increase.
increase, and therefore the bulb will not glow brightly. Okay, the brightness will be lesser in bulb, because wire में ही more voltage is taking, it is using more voltage in wire, because wire का resistance is increasing, so lesser voltage is given to bulb, and that is why bulb does not glow that brighter. Okay, are you going to change the number of bulbs? Okay, you don't do this. You can see the circuit diagram. Circuit diagram is a simple diagram. What are the components in the circuit which you can see on the on page 84 right hand side?
Ma'am,
Battery and bulb.
Yes, battery
Battery.
and lamp is there. Cell you cannot say, because you can see two cells are there, so you have to say battery.
And wire.
Battery, wire, and bulb.
Bulb.
Yes, Abdullah. What
ma'am,
were you asking?
can you send a picture of that page on Google Classroom, because I don't have the book.
You can ask one of your friend to send the picture. Anyone who will send the picture. Muazzam, Mudabbir, can you send the picture to Abdullah? Okay, because it sometimes when I get time I send it, but please, Muazzam and Mudabbir, you can do that. Okay, are you going to change the number of batteries? Not required. Are you going to change the length of the wire? You can change the number of batteries whenever you want a brightness, more brightness in the bulb, and when you want lesser brightness, you will increase the length. If you decrease the length, the brightness will be more. Okay, so you don't need to write these things.
Yes, ma'am.
Just write what will happen if you increase the number of batteries, what will happen if you increase the length of the batteries. Okay, now page number 85. What will happen to the brightness of the bulb if the wire is thicker? I'm giving you the answer. Later on also you can write down the answer. Just write down the points right now. Okay, if you increase the thickness of the wire, the resistance decreases. Remember, like that, resistance depends on length and thickness. If you increase the length, resistance increases. If you increase the thickness, resistance decreases. So what will happen to the brightness of a bulb of the wire if it is thicker? So if the wire is thicker, resistance will be less of the wire, and that is why bulb will, the brightness will increase.
Can you repeat? Because my network
and
bandwidth is low.
see, resistance depends on two things: length of the wire and we say area of cross section, but now you remember as thickness of the wire. Okay, length of the wire and thickness. Length is like this, thickness is like this. Okay, this is thickness. Thin will be small cross section, thick will be motor cross section. So you can see like this wire. this is a small cross section. When I was using the wire, that was smaller than this wire also. So thin wire means smaller cross section will have high resistance. Okay, so bulb will glow brightly when the wire is thicker because less resistance.
Ma'am, if
Is
you
it clear?
increase the thickness, the resistance will increase, right?
No, if you increase the thickness, resistance is less. If you increase the length, resistance is more. The reason I'll explain in the slide. For now, I'll be explaining in the slide also dependence of resistance on length and thickness. Okay. So if you increase the thickness, resistance is less. Less resistance means more voltage to the bulb, and bulb will, the brightness will be more. Okay. So answer for one is brightness will increase. If the wire is thicker, brightness will be more. Okay. And second part, what will happen to the brightness of the bulb if the wire is shorter? If the wire is shorter, again the brightness will be less.
The resistance will be less.
Okay. So again the brightness will be more. Okay. So first part is resistance with दोनों में ही brightness is increased. First part में भी resistance increases. Second part में भी resistance decreases. Second part में भी resistance decreases.
Ma'am,
So
if
that
I
is
write
why
resistance will be less, it's fine.
where
If I write resistance will be less,
Ah.
it's fine.
resistance of the wire will be less, so bulb will the brightness of the bulb will increase. Okay, reason is both the cases resistance of the wire, the connecting wire. Okay, so connecting wire will take less voltage and more voltage will go to the bulb, and that is why the brightness of bulb will be more in both the cases because resistance of the wire is less. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, next page, page number 86. Symbols you already know. On page number 86, symbols are given. You already know the symbols. Okay. So on page number 87. Okay. On page number 87, on the top, which conductor will you use? Why? So which conductor we use in wiring?
Copper.
You know which copper?
Copper.
Yes. What do we use? Reason
Because,
also you know.
ma'am,
Yes,
because copper is cheap.
And it is a very good conductor of
electricity.
electricity also.
First is good conductor of electricity, and
It
again
is cheap also.
Can you draw a circuit diagram with these parts or components? Draw the diagram in your notebook. You can draw the diagram A, B, C, D, all of you. If you find any difficulty, you can ask me because we have done the circuit. One battery, wire, and one bulb. This is already given in your book also. One battery, wire, and bulb. Two batteries, wires, and one bulb. Okay? And two batteries, wires, and three bulbs. Two batteries, wires, three bulbs, and an ammeter. Ammeter you have to put in series. You know how to put an ammeter? In the line only with the bulb, you put an ammeter. Okay? Is it clear? Can you draw the circuit? Battery means one battery, two battery, three battery.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, Safia?
Then we have to draw different circuits.
You have to draw different circuit. Yes, 4 circuits
On-
you will have to draw because
On page number 83, like,
83.
yeah,
Hmm?
the B part, it's written, why is this material used with the pencil? Which material are they talking about? So I wrote about plastic.
What material is the casing
Hey,
of the plug?
Why is this? No. Why is after that? Why is this material
Why
used?
is this? For plastic
Not
only, na?
plastic,
Casing
not
for
plastic.
in the
So I wrote
question.
because
So
plastic is an insulator.
Yes, because you need an insulator covering now for the plug. So that is why you are using plastic because it is an insulator, bad conductor of electricity. That is the answer. Okay, now on page number 89.
I mean,
Ma'am, 4 circuits are homework.
Answer I am giving you. You can write it in your own words. Okay.
No, ma'am, the 4 circuits
The 4 circuits you are telling?
Yes.
Yes. Circuits are your homework. Circuit you can draw. If you find any problem, you can ask me. The circuit diagram. Simple circuits are there. Okay, on page number 88 first, what is a conductor? You already know, so don't write. Can you list 3 conductors? So 3 conductors you can list. Any 3 metal name you can write in the rectangle. Can you see the question with the pencil? Can you list 3 conductors on page 88? Everyone, Amina, can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to write any 3 conductors. All of you know what are the conductors. Can electricity cross the gaps in a circuit? Now you tell me. Can electricity, Humaira, can electricity cross the gaps in the circuit? Tell me. If there is a gap in the circuit, can it cross?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so it cannot cross the gap because air is an insulator, so it cannot jump in the. Okay. How can the cars get to the other side of the bridge? Okay. This is your analogous picture is there. So they have asked how can the car grow? When you join the bridge, then only it will go. So conductor also, if you do the connection with a wire, then only electricity can pass. Electricity cannot cross. So why do we use circuit diagrams? The answer is given over here. Why do we use circuit diagrams? I also told you, because circuit diagrams are easier to understand as compared to the wiring. If you see and then you want to connect the circuit, it is very confusing because the wires are just intermingled. So the answer is already given over here. Circuit diagrams are neater, easier to follow than the pictures. The symbols are same everywhere in the world. The symbols are same, and we have studied the circuit diagram symbols. For bulb, everywhere it will be same. Open switch, ammeter, everywhere, cell, battery, the symbols are same. So it is easier to understand all through the world. Whatever circuit diagram is given, you can connect the same circuit diagram anywhere, and it is easier to understand. So which of the pictures shows a circuit diagram? You tell me. 2 pictures are given on the top on page 89.
The first one.
First.
The first one is a circuit diagram. Okay. Which of the picture is easier to understand? Humaira, which of the picture is easier to understand? First one or second one? On page 89. Amina, you tell. Which one
The
is easier
first
to
one.
understand?
And
Second.
the first one.
First one is easier to understand. If you know the symbols, the first one is easier to understand. Because second one may the wire, where the wire is coming from and where it is going, you will not understand. But the circuit diagram is clear, straight lines are there. It is easy to understand which part is connected to what part. Write down 2 reasons why circuit diagrams are used worldwide.
Circuit
The reason is
diagram-
given over here.
Circuits
Easy to understand, easy
yeah.
to follow. Is given here on the left hand side. The same answer you will write, but in short. Okay. Now at the bottom, look at the picture of the torch. Draw a circuit diagram in your investigation notebook. Can you draw the circuit diagram of the torch? You just have to draw 2 batteries in series as they have given, plus 2 minus. So 2 cells which will make a battery, and then bring 1 plus, say take the lamp, means bulb, and from the negative you will have the same circuit as they have drawn on the left hand side. 88 पे जो draw किया है, same circuit will be the answer for torch. Okay. Now page number 91. Page number 91 and 90. It is your homework, just because you have to draw it in the book. Okay. So just complete, write it down. Page number 90 and 91. Abdullah, you remind Mozam and Mudabbir to send you the pictures. Okay.
Yeah, message.
So you will get the pictures, and then on Wednesday, please complete this so that we can discuss it. Okay. Now further, what we were doing there in the previous class, we'll just continue. What we are doing in the class is little higher level, but because it is required and some children are going to higher level, so I have just included some of the things.
A device which measures the current is ammeter.
A device which measures the current.
Ammeter.
Ammeter.
Okay, let me.
Now, how will you match it?
I'll draw with this. Ammeter, where is ammeter? Yeah, this one is ammeter. Yeah, already done. Who is doing it? But don't. I was doing it. Okay, let me do now. Who is doing? Just one person will do. Who is doing? Then tell me the name.
Now I'll do.
Yes, you do that. Okay. So first one is ammeter. Connected to ammeter, a device which measures the ammeter. Yes, the energy used by a bulb. Safia, which energy is being used by the bulb?
Voltage.
Voltage.
Yes, voltage. Connected. Voltage is at the bottom. A component which gives energy to electrons. Farhana, which component gives energy to electrons? Don't do twice, huh? Erase one.
No, someone
line.
else is doing, ma'am.
Who is doing black? Erase the black then.
Cell.
Okay, Farhana. The component which gives energy to electrons is
Cell.
cell. Yes, correct. So third one is cell. The unit that current is measured in. Munib, unit in which the current is measured.
Ma'am, A.
Ampere,
Big
ma'am.
capital A, caps lock A.
But it is not written over here. Ampere.
Amperes. Amperes.
Amps.
Is given now, so that
Amps.
form. Yeah. So a unit that current is measured, do Abdullah, amps. The pole of the cell we draw electrons going to. Wasm. The pole of the cell we draw electrons going to. Electrons go to which part of the cell?
Negative.
It comes from negative because
Positive, ma'am.
I'm positive.
it go to positive because it gets attracted to positive. So it will be positive. The pole of the cell we draw electrons going to, so it is positive. Tiny particles which carry energy around a circuit. Amina, what are the tiny particles which move in the circuit? Yes, these are the electrons. So tiny particles, this electrons. Next one is the pole of the cell that we draw electrons coming from. Abdullah, tell me. The pole of the cell that we draw electrons come from which pole?
Negative.
Yes, from negative because it has got excess electrons. So this is negative. A complete circle of joined up wires and components. Ahmad. A complete circle of joined up wires and component. No, it is wrong, Abdullah.
No,
Abdullah,
ma'am, I didn't do, ma'am. Someone else is doing.
a complete circle of who will do? Farhana, you tell. A complete circle of joined up wires and components.
Circuit.
Circuit.
Yes, it is circuit. Okay, next one. Two or more bulbs, Mudabbir, two or more bulbs, one after the other in a circuit. In line.
Series.
Series.
Yes, it is series. Two or more bulbs, one after another is series. Flow of currents around a circuit. Muazzam, the flow of electrons. Sorry, flow of electrons around the circuit. What is it?
I'm current.
Yes, it is current. Next one, two or more bulbs, Safia. Two or more bulbs on different branches of a circuit.
Man, the
Resistance.
is resistance.
No. Parallel. Parallel.
Two branches, different branches, so it is parallel.
Parallel.
Something which slows down the current.
Current. Man, this resistance.
Resistance slows down the current. Yes. Okay. Okay, so this is clear to you all. This we have already done, so it was just a revision.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, can you see a picture over here? This is a container where one side has got higher level of water, other side has got lower level of water. Munib, can you tell me what will happen if you have such type of container? What will happen? Initially, water is at higher level and here water is at lower level. So, what happens if this is the situation?
And
Ma'am, the first, ma'am, the where the high pressure is there, the water will flow towards the this another pipe, and then, ma'am, they will first balance. If it is giving same pressure, then they will balance.
It is
If one side has
pressure.
high pressure,
No, you are correct. because it is at higher level, so this is at higher
Water
pressure.
from this
and
side will pass here.
Correct. So water from this side will come this side. Okay. But till when this flow will take place? Abdullah, till when this continuous flow?
Until this part is full, ma'am.
Until this two level becomes equal.
Yes. Yes.
Till that time only the water flow will take place. Okay. So same thing happens in cell also. In the cell, what you have one positive
And
and
one
one negative.
Huh?
Wait, positive and negative, it is happening like this. So what happens? You have a positive terminal and a negative terminal. So you have like this, one positive and one negative. Okay? So positive, the charge flows from negatives. You have a bulb over here. I don't know why during the class this annotation part goes. Okay, let me explain orally only. We draw, I'll try. One positive, one negative, and then you have this circuit. What is happening? Okay, wait. It's getting so difficult in writing. This is a bulb. Okay, so here what happens, because of the difference in potential, electron moves from here, and that is why current flows like this. Okay, same thing happens over here. Water flow from here to here, and till the time the water pressure is equal, the flow takes place. And when the water pressure becomes equal, there won't be any flow. So same here also, you have difference in potential, so electron flows from here to here, but this difference in potential is continuously maintained, whereas here when it becomes equal, there won't be any flow. So what we do, if you put a pump so that there is a potential difference maintained and the water from here comes here. I'll show you another circuit, I'll show you another diagram so you will understand. Here also one more example is there, hot and cold. So how heat will flow? After some time, what will happen? This is at higher temperature, this is at lower temperature. Farhana, can you tell me what will happen after some time? Two things are joined. One end is here, higher temperature, hot, and the other end is colder, lower temperature. So what happens?
So, ma'am, the heat will pass onto the cold side, and ma'am, after some time, it will become like equal.
So both the side will have same temperature. Okay. So here also you are seeing that heat flows takes place from higher temperature to lower temperature. Water flow takes place from higher pressure to lower pressure till the pressure becomes equal. So same here also it is happening. Same in cell also it happens that current flow from higher potential to lower potential. You just see another diagram over here. Here you can see that pressure difference is there, water flow from here to here, and then this water through a pump is again transported to the higher level. So what happens? Continuous flow of water is there. Because of this pump, there is continuous flow of water. Why? Because we have maintained the pressure difference continuously. Can you understand this picture? Safia, can you see this picture? Because I have put a pump, so what happens? Whatever water is coming over here will come through this pipe and is pumped back into this bigger container. So because of this constant continuous pressure difference, there is a continuous flow of water from here to here and in this way continuously. So in our cell also maintains continuous flow of charge particles. So cell is like a pump and it maintains a potential difference between 2 points, which is positive terminal and negative terminal of battery. So that is why you have a positive, you have a negative terminal, and because of this positive and negative, it is called as difference in potential. Current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal of battery, and electron flows like this, and whatever is there in the circuit, I am drawing a resistance over here. Okay, so you can say that this cell is analogous to this pump. Like in this pump, what is happening? This pump is pulling this water, pushing the water into the bigger container continuously, so that there is a flow of water from this pressure to this pressure. Okay, if this pump was not there, what happened? The water level, when it equalized, there wasn't any flow of water from here to here. But when I put a pump, there is a continuous flow of water, because there is a difference in pressure maintained, and that is why continuous flow of water is there. And here same thing is happening in electrical circuit. There is continuous difference in potential, because of which current flows from here to here. So water droplets or water particles act here. Electrons are analogous to the water particles, and pump is analogous to the cell over here. Is it clear? This is a similarity we observe in studying. When we study about water, same thing is happening in electric circuit also. Is it clear? Here the cell is analogous to the pump, and the water coming to here, the current flow of water is the flow of electrons in the circuit. And can you tell me what is the pipe here? What is the pipe analogous to in this circuit?
Wires.
Yes, pipe is wire, because in the pipe only water is flowing, and here in the wire electrons are flowing. Okay, so all these, this is just to explain how these things are analogous and how the water flows same way current flows. And here water flows from higher pressure to lower pressure. Here current flows from higher potential to lower potential in the circuit. Okay, so this is the similarity of current flow. Now, last class we did about what is current and what is charge. Do you remember the formula for current? I gave one formula. Mozam, can you give me the formula for current? What is the formula for current? What is the formula? Do you remember?
Ma'am, electric current I is equal to NE upon T.
Yes, electric current is I is equal to NE upon T, where E is what? What is E? Mudabbir, what is E?
Electron.
E is not electron, E is charge on electron. And the value also I gave, which was 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So this
10.
was your
10 raised to
formula.
minus 19.
19 coulomb, yes. NE upon T. So E is the charge on one electron, and N is the number of electron, and T is the time in which these electrons are passing through a conductor.
Ma'am,
Okay.
Q is charge, right?
What, Amina? What did you ask?
Q is charge.
Yes, ma'am. The charge is Q.
Charge. So you can write Q is equal to NE, because N is the total, E is the one charge, charge on one electron, and N is the number of electrons. So total charge is Q. So you can also write the formula as I is equal to Q by T. Okay, so I is equal to Q by T, where Q key value is NE. Okay, so either you write I is equal to NE by T, where E is fixed. Always in physics, whenever I say E का मतलब है charge on one electron, whose value is 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, always say with unit. So that we have done in the previous class. And then one more formula I gave. What was the second formula, Farhana? What was the second formula? 2 slides we did. One was current, second slide was?
That FV1
Ma'am, the
FE.
coulomb, 1 coulomb is equal to 1 A plus 1 S.
Not plus, ampere into second. So that,
sorry,
that is
yeah, it was into.
that is your unit of charge. But the formula was force. Somebody was saying F ka formula. Coulomb law I gave, which was, Mudabbir, do you remember what was the force and charge slide was there? And that was the force between the charges, two charges separated by a distance r. So what is that force?
That Fe is equals to kq raised to 1
Correct.
q raised to 2 upon r raised to 2.
This is F, electrical force, is equal to K into Q1, Q2. Two charges were there, Q1, Q2 upon R square, where R is the distance between the two charges Q1 and Q2. So unit of charge is Coulomb, which is given by ampere into second. So these two formula we had done in the last class. Okay, now coming to potential. Potential and potential difference. Potential, I already told you, potential or voltage or potential difference, all of them have same unit, which is called as volt or voltage. Okay, and volt is also after the name of the scientist, Volta, Alexandra Volta, something, I don't remember the full name, but Volta is the surname. So after his name only, volt is the unit of potential difference. Now, what is potential? I gave you a small idea about potential, how it is analogous to water pressure. So here also potential is actually defined as amount of work needed to move. This is a definition, and this when you are writing an answer, you have to write and learn as it is and put as it is. In your words also, if you want, you can put it, but you cannot change the thing. Amount of work needed to move a unit charge from infinity to a specific point against or in an electric field. So for example, you can see this is just a test charge. We say a test charge. So from infinity, you don't know a place. Infinity is a reference point. So infinity is very far, which you don't know, means we cannot reach there. So from, it is the work done in bringing a positive charge, unit positive charge. Unit means 1. So 1 coulomb of positive charge from infinity to this point, and at this point potential will be given by W by Q. So this is your third formula. W by Q is the potential. So third formula I'm giving you, potential is always given by work done per unit charge. So unit charge means 1 coulomb. So whenever I say 1, so you don't need to write 1. So you have to write W by Q. W, you know, work and energy are same thing. So you can write energy by Q also. But mainly we write W by Q. So V means potential at a particular point. At this point is given by work done in bringing the charge from here, from infinity to this point. It is W by Q. And what is potential difference? Difference will be potential, difference of potential at 2 points. So find out potential at this point, potential at this point, and difference between these 2 points will be potential difference of these 2 points. Okay, potential, whenever it is asked, potential is asked for 1 point, and potential difference when it is asked, that means it requires 2 points, difference of potential between 2 points. Okay, so for now you just need to know the definition, amount of work needed to move a unit positive charge from infinity to a particular point in or against the electric field. Formula is given by V is equal to W by Q. Is it clear? This is a theory part of electricity, because we do these things because we do numericals on these formula. So you just remember the formula and see what are the things given in the question, and you have to use these formula. So first formula is I is equal to Q by T or equal to NE by T. Second formula is a force is equal to electric force between 2 charges is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square, where R is distance between the 2 charges. And third formula is potential is equal to work upon charge. So 3 formula till now we have done. Okay. So these are the basic formula. Everyone, have you written the formula, third formula? Okay, so next class I'm asking you this. Okay, so before this, potential difference or voltage is measured in voltmeter. Voltmeter is a device which measures the potential difference. Like ammeter is a device which measures current, and voltmeter is a device which measures its voltage. So if I want to find out the voltage of a battery, suppose if I want to find out the voltage of a battery, how will I connect it? Suppose this is a battery. Okay, I want to find the voltage of its this battery. So I will connect a voltmeter, and you know how this voltmeter is denoted. It is denoted like this. Okay, so voltage of this battery, how much volt this battery will give, this will given by, if I connect this voltage with this voltmeter with this battery's two ends, it will give you the voltage of this battery. Okay, so 1.5 volt or 2 volt, whatever is there, this will come in this reading, will come in this voltmeter. And you can say that the potential difference between these two ends of the battery is 1.5 volt. Okay, and how do you connect an ammeter? That you know, the battery is there and there is a bulb connected to the battery in series. Suppose two bulbs are connected in series. So I draw it like this. And if I want to find out how much is the current going through this, so I'll put an ammeter also in series. So my ammeter will be in series. And so what do you see? If you see the difference between the voltmeter connection and ammeter connection, voltmeter is always connected in series, whereas, ammeter is always connected in series, whereas voltmeter is connected in parallel. Can you see? Voltmeter is connected in parallel, plus connected, and then afterwards you can connect the circuit. This further, I can have a circuit over here like this. My circuit bulb will be here. This is my actual circuit. This is my actual circuit, and you can see that voltmeter here is connected in eraser. Let me clean it. Okay, so voltmeter is connected in parallel, bulb is connected in series, and ammeter is also connected in series. You can see over here, ammeter is connected in series. In three, all of them are connected in line. So current is measured in ammeter and it is connected in series. Whereas voltmeter measures the potential difference and it is connected in parallel. So these are the points of differences between ammeter and voltmeter connection also. Okay, so what are the difference we did? Ammeter measures current, it is connected in series. Voltmeter measures potential difference and it is connected in parallel. Okay, one more point of difference is there, but that is a little higher standard. So I won't tell you so that you will, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, so you just remember these points. Now see how numerical comes. It is a solved numerical. I have given you a solved numerical over here just to show how the questions are there in science. How many electrons make 1 coulomb? So whenever this type of question is given, what do? We write, so this is a book's printout, so we don't do like this. How do we do? What are the things given in the question? So first of all, 1 coulomb is given. So that means Q is given. Q is equal to 1 coulomb. This is given in the question. Now next is how many electrons. What is asked? N is asked. Number of electron is asked. So you will write this as question mark. N is asked. Now what is the formula for Q? Q ka formula you already know. Q is equal to N into E. This is the formula, right? Total charge means 1 coulomb charge is given. This is given 1 coulomb. N is not known. How many electrons? Number of electron is asked. You have a formula Q is equal to NE. Can you find out putting the value? I'll put the value. Q is equal to 1. So I'll put the value 1 is equal to N. I don't know. E key value is already fixed. I told you E key value you will have to learn and remember. So E key value is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. This is your E key value. Now what is N? N into this. So N key value will be 1 by this. Is it clear? If you apply algebra, N key value is 1 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. So this is your answer that they have done. N is equal to Q by E, or 1 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, which comes out to be 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 coulomb. Now, is there any doubt in this question? If you have any doubt, I'll explain it how this question has
No,
been
can you
done.
repeat, ma'am? How did it solve, ma'am? I didn't understand.
I'll erase this. See, the steps for solving it. First, you have to learn how many formulas are there. Okay. Now, then you have to see. First of all, you have to see what is the question, what is asked. So, what is asked? Given and asked. So, given is what? Given is Q is equal to 1 coulomb. This is given. What is asked? Number of electron is asked, which you don't know. So, that is question mark. E you already know. E key value is, it is known. So it is already fixed, 1.6 into 10. This you have to learn. 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. So now you have a formula which is Q is equal to N into E. Now Q is equal to N into E. There is this formula. In this formula, two quantities are known. Q is known and E is known. Only N is unknown, right? Only N is unknown. Clear or not?
Yes.
So you can write Q key value. Q key value is what? 1 coulomb. N key value I am writing as N only. E key value is N into 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19. So what is N key value? Because N is unknown. So N into is there. So this multiplied will come here and get divided. Is it clear? Equal to sign के बाद आप बाहर जाके it gets divided. Now this is 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. We have already done in exponent. Minus 19 goes to the top and becomes 10 raised to plus 19. Okay, when you are solving it, 10 raised to plus 19 upon 1.6. We'll be doing decimal division also. So you know that decimal के denominator, you cannot have a decimal in the denominator. So what I will do, I will multiply in the top with 10 and multiply in the denominator with 10. So it becomes 16 and upar it becomes 10. 10 into 10 raised to power 19. Can you find out the value of 10 by 16? Can you find out? Make it lowest form. 2 5s are
5 upon 8.
5 upon 8. What is in decimal? 0 point?
0.6.
Yes. 2.
Yes, 0.62.
Okay. 5 भी आ जाएगा last में. 0.625 into 10 raised to power 19. So this is the number of electrons that we have calculated. N is equal to 0.625 into 10 raised to power 19. They have written, because we have to write in standard form, so one decimal I have to shift here. You will get 6.25 into 10 raised to 18 electrons. Is it clear how I did this question?
Yes.
Same way you have to do this question. Book में क्या करते हैं? They give it in short form, so you don't understand. So you have to write stepwise, and then you will be able to do it correctly. Is it clear? Now, just see the second question. Second question is, let me erase this. Just go through, everyone go through the second question. I'm erasing it here. What is the second question? Calculate the work done in moving a charge of 3 coulomb across 2 points having a potential difference of 24 volt. So which formula are we going to use? We have done which formula just now? Potential ka formula we have done, which is equal to V. V is equal to W by Q. This was the formula, right? Small q also you can write, greater q or capital Q also you can write. So first of all, what are the things given? 3 coulomb means this is Q. So you will write Q is equal to 3. Coulomb also you'll write the unit. What else is given? Tell me. Potential difference means what is it? Yeah, Farhana. Potential difference is denoted by which alphabet?
Can I say
Yeah, tell Munir.
V? Voltage V potential.
Yes, V. V for voltage, V potential difference. So how much is V given in the question, Munir?
$24.
24,
Yes.
ma'am.
24 volt. So apply the formula. They have asked work done. So work done is unknown. So W is equal to, you can write W is equal to V into Q, right? From the formula. Correct? W is equal to Q into V. You can write it like this. So W ki value, put the values now. V is what? 24
No,
volt.
after 3, what have you written? Q is equal to 3.
Coulomb C.
Okay,
C.
C. Okay.
Okay, 24 into 3. So what is the value? 24 into 3 is 72. And you know that one key unit is joule. So you will write it here joule. You will not write volt into coulomb because volt into coulomb is joule. So I'll write it joule. Okay. So you have to just see what are the questions given, what are the physical quantity value are given, and then you have to solve it. Okay. So these are the simple questions, application of formula and how do we get the questions. Okay. So just revise till here. Next class, I need to tell you about resistance because that is an important topic. I have been leaving it from quite a while. So next class, we'll do resistance also. Remember all these formula, especially those who are doing the 9 syllabus, please do it properly because it is there in the syllabus. Okay. Okay. So should I stop it now? Stop sharing now? Stop sharing. Okay. So today's class is clear to you all. Just tell me yes or no so that we can have a small revision. Fine. Okay. Saklin, I saw. Who else? Everyone? Is it clear? Farhana, Muazzam, Mudabbir, is it fine? Did you understand? Okay. Amina, I cannot see you. Humaira and Ahmad were not there in the class only.
Ma'am, my internet was not good, so I was not able to understand everything. It was keeping on getting stuck in between.
Till where have you understood? The questions, did you see the questions, Amina?
Yes, ma'am, I saw the questions.
First question you saw, second question did you see?
Yes, after the second question, I think it stopped.
So till second question only we did. We have done till second question. Okay. Okay, fine then. See you in the next class on Wednesday. Okay, just revise everyone. Huh? Bye everyone.
Yes, bye, ma'am.